Welcome back to Mass Effect 1 Insane Renegade Run, so named because we are on Insanity mode and we are playing Renegade. However, I don't believe we actually gained any points of either persuasion last time, but we are definitely still looking very in the red, even if Paragon's creeping up just a little bit, but that's fine, we'll ignore that, and as ever, I've got a level up that I haven't noticed. Nemesis will do. Right, last time we ventured outside in the Mako through a bit of a blizzard. We fought our way through to Peak 15. We encountered some Rachni, although I don't think we actually know that they're Rachni yet. Although we do, because the game puts Rachni above their heads when we're fighting them. But I think officially in-game, we haven't actually found out they're Rachni. We're still sort of asking everybody what they are. And then you may remember we encountered a little bit of a bug here where the Sec 2 Rachni were meant to burst up out of the floor, but the second one stayed under the floor and we couldn't attack him, so I had to reload the game and do that little conversation again. And exactly the same thing happened again, and I discovered that if you decide just to run past him, if you can't fight the second Rachni and you decide just to run past him and you go through into the facility and you get out of range of the battle, and then you come back, the guys have just dealt with it on their own and they're very annoyed at you for running off, and you can actually get a few Renegade points that way. However, I did then reload again just to see if it was going to keep happening, and that time both Rachni popped up out of the floor and I could kill them both. So I've actually missed out on a couple of Renegade points, but never mind. I do think I remember this being quite a common bug that I have experienced before. Yeah, Mass Effect 1 is a buggy game. That's just a thing that we have to deal with. Anyway, today we've got a little bit of a base here that we can explore and go and talk to some people, because these people have been holed up ever since... Hold up! Yes, these people have been holed up here ever since the Rachni attacked. So we can talk to them and see what's going on. And then we are going to go and deal with Benezia. Okay, we've got a lot of people to talk to, including a sick scientist apparently. I don't know what he's sick with unless you've been poisoned by the Rachni.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Okay, you've maybe been poisoned by the Rachni, or maybe you're just sick as in fed up, which is, you know, fair enough. And there's an Asari we can talk to. Hello.
What?
Well, you're friendly.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Celestia Alice from the University of Arrayas. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Yeah, alright, she's not coming across as particularly amicable at the minute, is she?
No need to be so rude.
You are interrupting my meditations. Precisely how rude must I be to convince you to leave?
Alright, love.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Okay, can you at least tell me what you're doing here?
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Okay, I'm afraid Phoenix doesn't speak science.
Think you could translate that into galactic?
It's a genetic thing. Forget it.
Okay, yes, well, since you're an Asari, we should probably ask you about Benezia, because, you know, Benezia brought a lot of Asari with her.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me, and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the Matriarch.
Then why would I?
Okay, that was an interesting lie from Liara there. I suppose Liara doesn't want to reveal who she actually is.
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll see you later. Okay, is there anybody else we can talk to? Well, we've got a Solarian doctor lying down over here. We've also got an Elcor. I believe the Elcor is just, you're just a sort of tradesman person, aren't you?
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
Well, I'm looking for the big terrifying matriarch.
I was sent here to find an Asari Matriarch.
Surprised? One has visited recently. Furtively. There are rumors she has gone to the hot lab. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Yeah, so he's just a store that we can take advantage of halfway through the mission, which is nice.
This doesn't seem like the time for commerce.
With nervous amusement. I have nothing else to do. Why not continue to run my kiosk?
Well, I mean, it could be seen as profiting from chaos, but you know,
Let's have a look.
We'll let him off.
Regretfully, Most of my stock has been appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
Oh, he's got a Medigel upgrade. Alright, that's useful. Nothing else really worth shouting about, but that's very nice. So I should now have more Medigel. Well, I've got more Medigel capacity, I think. I'll have to actually get a Medigel in order to test it. Okay, Mr. Sleeping Doctor, or possibly Sick Doctor, or Lying Down Doctor anyway.
What? No! Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
I'm very sorry for waking you up. I kind of need to know what's going on.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
Okay, things not going so great. Well, I don't suppose you happen to know about Benezia.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Sorry? Well, there's Dr. Ialis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
Okay, I don't think asking about Benezia is really going to get us anywhere. I mean, we know that she's probably in the hot labs, so we can just, ask about the hot labs.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
Okay, but we can't ask about the lab in general.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
Okay, I can't really get anything useful
I'll
out
talk
of
to you
him.
later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Yes, will do. Okay, so what have we got going on? This is 2 restricted areas, which are probably restricted. I should probably not go down there immediately. Okay, that's to the quarantine and the barracks. And over here we have got... I don't know. It's a door with beds above it. It's just an empty room where I can loot stuff. Alright. Oh, okay, the barracks are actually a totally separate area. And we get to go down yet another ominously slow, terrifying red-lit lift. At least Phoenix is facing the right way this time. She's apparently decided she doesn't want to make eyes at Liara all the time now. Okay, is there anybody down here I can talk to who might actually be useful? Han Ola, you were the only survivor.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
I may need a little more clarification than that.
Are you trying to be cryptic or are you just nuts?
I wish I were crazy. It would be easier.
Okay, giant things attacking us. Could you tell us about them, please?
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Yes, the Rachni who are supposedly extinct.
The Krogan wiped them out 1,000 years ago.
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
Okay, so yes, they've brought the Rachni back from extinction.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Okay, but I did hear that you were the only survivor when they broke out.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Oh, darling. You know what? I like Han Ola. It's not often that we encounter a Volus in the games who isn't like a comical character. They're either comical or they're irritating or they're both. It's very rare that we encounter one that we can actually sympathise with. And yes, I imagine Phoenix would possibly have done the same thing, although maybe not. I think Phoenix kind of, Phoenix is quite protective of people, but she probably wouldn't blame him for doing it.
The only thing you could do was save yourself.
Of course. That is perfectly true.
Okay, and I don't suppose you know anything about Benezia.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
Okay, that's everything I can get out of him.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay, Han, you'll be fine, darling. I'm sure you will. Okay.
How can you tell jokes?
So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron.
I've heard this one.
And the other hydrogen says, man, are you sure? I'm positive.
Yep, and now we've got scientists over here telling science jokes to amuse themselves and distract themselves from the imminent death that they're facing. That's Liara. Okay, I believe this is a restricted area I can't go into. I'm just gonna go and see if there's anybody through this door, because I'm sure there's a scientist around here that I haven't talked to yet, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that a locked door? That's a locked door to the maintenance area. Okay. In that case, we'll have to see if this guard's gonna let us past. Hello.
You're not part of the crew.
No, but I'm Shepard, and that grants me access to everywhere.
My name's Shepard.
Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
Okay, I've missed someone, haven't I? Yes, there's a medical bay that I completely walked past upstairs. Okay, hopefully we should find somebody down here who can actually help us and maybe get us into the quarantine zone or something. Hello.
What do you want?
You know, I wanna help. I see you've got a med bay full of 6 scientists.
Were they attacked by the aliens?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
I mean, come on, love. People are dying, I think. If there was ever a time to break a non-disclosure agreement, it is now.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15?
Unfortunately.
She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
Makes sense. She seems to regulate everything else up here.
We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These 3 were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
Okay, I'd need you to be a bit more specific.
I need full cooperation if I'm gonna help. Do you want these people to live? If not, I'll walk out of here.
No, wait. It's a bioweapon. Based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
You're trying to limit the damage by creating a bioweapon. Yeah, I am struggling to see the logic of that, but there we go.
You made this, but can't cure it. Don't you people take notes?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing an antidote when Mira went down. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Okay, so I think we're supposed to assume from this that they were using the Rachni to create the bioweapon, because the Rachni are poisonous. So, you know, I think we're supposed to piece those 2 together. Either that or they were working on the bioweapon separately and the Rachni just happened to break out during the accident. I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, what's exactly going on in the labs?
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
Okay, I feel like these options are the wrong way around. I can be pretty persuasive versus I'm no scientist. I feel like, yeah, I'm no scientist sounds more like the Paragon option, and I can be pretty persuasive sounds more like the Renegade option. But we'll go with the Renegade anyway.
I'll talk to Ventralis for you, but I don't have the training for that.
No, of course. You don't look like a biochemist. No offense.
Well, we may as well ask if we can help.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
Okie dokie.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
So on top of finding Benezia, we also have to go and cure, what's his name? Okay, Captain, since I helped you defeat those Rachni, are you going to be nice and let me into the quarantine area?
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Let us risk it. It's not contagious. I'll have to report this. I don't know who I'm threatening to report it to. I mean, we have heard that it's not contagious, so that seems like the safe bet.
Dr. Cohen says there's no risk of contamination.
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Okay, fine, that sounds fair to me.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know.
Okie dokie. Okay, back to quarantine. Hopefully he should let us in this time.
What do you want?
I'm here to make a cure!
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Okay, blame me. I'm sure we'll be fine, you know. I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Well, I've got a console here titled Make Cure, so that seems like a fair bet. I've also got 3 empty rooms, ominously just kind of sitting here. I'm not sure if Rachni are about to burst out of them or something. That's entirely possible, but let's see what we can do. Okay, I feel like, was I maybe meant to read something before I did this, possibly? Stop there, and stop there, and stop there, and stop there.
Your mission ends here.
Oh, hello, love. I thought we might be seeing you again. Yes, turns out she works for Benezia. I did say Benezia brought a lot of Asari with her. What did you do to the guard?
What happened to Ventralis' man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Take cover!
Okay, at least I'm assuming she works for Benezia. Are those Asari commandos? And Geth. Yes, she definitely works for Benezia. Alright, everybody, get your barriers up. She's going to be a biotic, so we want to be a bit careful of her. Let's just pop a singularity up nice and quick. Yeah, we've got 2 biotics. We haven't really had much experience fighting biotics in this playthrough so far, but that's going to change soon enough. Liara, you pop a singularity up there. Don't let her get a foothold or anything. The sorry commanders are dangerous. Oh, blimey, she flew. Okay, I think there's a Geth left. Is he dead? He's dead. Marvellous. We took care of them nice and quickly. We also destroyed the room a little bit. Hopefully somebody else will clear that up for us. Yes, so turns out Dr. What's-Her-Name was actually working for Benezia. I don't know how long she's been here. I mean, she's been here long enough that they all thought she was a scientist working for them. It's not like she just rocked up. So, you know, we know that Seren and Benezia both have connections to the lab and everything, so she was probably sent in undercover or something. Okay, anybody want to mention the fact that the guard is dead and there was a lot of firing going on?
They came out of there.
Yes, the Geth?
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Benezia brought them with her.
Okay, so how do I get in?
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
Excellent. We'll go back and talk to him.
I'll be leaving now.
Yes, so the Geth are hiding in the maintenance area that we can't get into yet because it's restricted. But hopefully Dr. Cohen should be able to help us, which does mean we have to go back up in that lift again. A lot of toing and froing in this mission. I feel like they could maybe just have made the whole thing on one level, but, you know, apparently not. Okay, Doctor, I whippled the Watsits and I made you a cure. Would you please like to give me a pass to the maintenance area?
Is that the cure? You did it?
You set me up. I don't think he set us up, Phoenix. Maybe Phoenix thinks that he set her up. I don't think he set us up.
I think so. It was hard to concentrate while dodging gunfire.
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
Oh, alright. Is it possible all the guards are in on it? I mean, if that was the case, I feel like they would all have turned on us. Yeah. Interestingly, I can just randomly say I'm going to hurt someone, which is somewhat intriguing, or I really need to ask him about getting into maintenance. That's an option I really want to go for. No, we'll ask him about getting into maintenance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
Okay, I've got a Renegade option where I can ask him for, like, more stuff, but the Paragon option has got any Medigel, and I'm full up on Medigel. That just seems like needlessly intimidating him. It might get me some Renegade points, though, so, you know.
And I almost lost mine. Thanks is all I get? We need to be at peak to fight those aliens. Give us some Medigel.
Of course, here. You didn't get these from me. Ventrollis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
To be honest, it's probably better off. I got 24 Paragon points for that. Fuck me. Wow, yeah, okay, that must be just from giving him the cure. You know, it didn't even occur to me that that would get me Paragon points. Because again, like, not doing it would have been like, you know, missing out on experience and stuff. So, yeah, the game just sort of chucks Paragon points at you just for playing it, apparently. I wonder how Paragon we're going to be by the end of this. Never mind, we're still very much Renegade overall, so that's fine. Yes, you probably would have been better off giving the Medigel to, what's his name's people, because like I say, we're actually full up. We didn't need it. I just thought it might get me some Renegade points, but it didn't, so there we go. Okay, that still says restricted area, but the door is now open. I don't know if I go through, will they all start firing at me? I know that can happen, because it's happened before. Also, restricted area isn't the same as maintenance area, is it? You know what, I'm just going to go downstairs to the actual maintenance area, you know, the bit that was actually, signposted as such. Okay, yes, the maintenance area has a little exclamation mark next to it, so I'm assuming that's where we have to go. There's also no guards here, and it's very unlikely that the scientists are going to shoot me if I try and go through, so, yeah, we'll go through this way, and I believe there should just be some Geth hiding out back here. This is like, you know, where all of the Geth are stored. Oh, that's Arachni, okay. I was expecting Geth, but there we go. Are you just on your own, little Arachni? Okay, well, he went down nice and easily. And then, is this like a back way into the restricted area? I think it's a back way into the restricted area. I think that's what's going on. Okay, we've got an ominously empty room. And still heading on into the labs. Ah, is this Benezia time? This looks distinctly like Benezia time to me. Okie dokie. There we go.
The privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Did she seriously just make the "you don't have children, therefore you can't possibly understand" argument? Because seriously, fuck you, Benezia.
Liara's here because she's a member of my crew.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I don't think I have, but I did face quite a lot of Shiala clones, so that's something.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Oh, blimey, Phoenix! Tiny bit untactful with Liara standing next to you, but never mind. Oh, and now I'm frozen in a stasis field. And there come the commandos. Okie dokie, well, this is fine. I think they're also using N7 assault rifles, which is interesting, but never mind. Okay, so we've got Benezia up there, there's a commando there, I think there's another one behind her. There should be some Geth bursting out at some point. We've also got Benezia's power level at the bottom there, which is something we need to keep an eye on. Everybody get your barriers up. And I think if we pop Singularity up there, get her down nice and quickly, because they will launch Singularities and other nasty biotic stuff as well, so if we can take them out as quickly as possible, that would be great. Do I want to use up Liara's Singularity on her, or do I just want to give her a bit of a shove? Actually, let's get her in the air. Let's get her up in the air. Luckily, they don't seem particularly... we're dying a little bit. Yeah, they don't seem particularly resistant to biotics or anything. And there come the Geth. Okay, I noticed Garrus was down. Oh, he's back up now. Brilliant. And we're all looking a little bit ill. Let's just get some Medigel going on. Okay, what's happening? Did that commando die? I think that commando died. Yes, if I remember correctly, we have to keep fighting enemies until Benezia's power level goes down, and then we can focus on her, hopefully. That's a sniper and a commando, so Liara's used up her Singularity. Liara, where did you put your Singularity? Have you put it anywhere useful? I have no idea, but I kind of needed you to still Have it. Alright, well, let's give the pair of them a shove. Did that get both of them? I think it did. I'm dying. I'm very much dying. Well, this is a problem. Maybe I can run. Can I run? I fell over, but I'm still alive. There is nowhere for me to take cover. Okay. I could do with my barrier being back, or like my Medigel, or both, preferably both. Okay, barrier back. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm also trapped behind a box, and Garrus is on the floor, and I don't really know what's happening, but I think Liara's basically handling the entire thing on her own, because of course she bloody well is. Can I pop a singularity up there, and get a Medigel going on? Okay! Still alive, somehow. Who the flippin' heck is shooting at me? Is it actually Benezia? I would have thought guns were beneath Benezia. Maybe not. Someone's shooting. Who? Is it Benezia? I think it actually is Benezia. Benezia is actually shooting at me with a pistol. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, I'll give myself a quick shield boost. I don't think she can get us when we're behind this pillar. She can get Garrus. Garrus, if you would maybe like to not be standing right there. I think they get her over the other side of the room, and I think we're going to have to run for it to go and find them, and I think I'm going to get shot while I do it. Okay, let's go. And round here, and she's launching biotics at us, and is she the only one left? I saw other red triangles, I'm sure I did. I'm going to let this Medigel come back so I can heal Garrus. Around here? Yeah, there are other red triangles around here. There we go, there's a sniper. See if we can get him down. And one more time. I don't know why summoning more enemies is using up her biotic power. I think maybe we're meant to assume she's using up her biotics throughout the course of the battle or something, but she's not really doing that much to us, so it's just making me think she's not actually that powerful. Get as many of these gets down as we possibly can. I can't move for some reason. That's interesting. Hopefully that'll fix itself momentarily. This is a really buggy battle, by the way. I mean, I know Noveria generally has there we go, I can move again. Has reputations for being quite buggy, but this battle in particular is often just a bit of a nightmare. Right, we're going to have to run past Benezia again to get to those other bad guys. Should we try and go around the long way rather than going in front of her? And now I'm stasised. Okay. Actually, maybe I was stasised before and that was why I couldn't move. Okay. Barrier up. I've used up most of my Medigel and there's snipers firing at me and I've got no cover. Okay, I could do with a singularity. That would be great. Garrus is down, although he lasted longer than I thought he would. Get my shields back. Where is she shooting me from? I'm behind a flipping pillar, woman! Don't shoot me through a pillar, that's just rude. Okay, I think that's us.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear. Your troops are sloppy. That seems like a very petty thing to say, but no, alright, let's taunt her a little bit, why not?
I expected better from Asari commandos.
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Okay, so she's snapped out of it a little bit.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
Okay, yes, and we have seen this before.
We met Shiala on Pharos. She told us about Sovereign's indoctrination.
It is a terror to be trapped in your mind, to beat upon the glass as your hands torture and murder. I was powerless, nothing but a tool for Saren. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Oh, okay, so now we're getting a bit of a history lesson.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
I do like that she has a limited amount of time to break the indoctrination, and she's decided to spend it by giving us, you know, a bit of a history/science lesson, which is nice. So yes, do you actually have the Mu Relay location?
Can I assume you found the coordinates?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Oh, Benezia, darling. Quite a tragic character, Benezia, actually, for the brief time that she appears. Okay, so what's Saren planning on doing?
Why does Saren need the Mu Relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
Okay, you want to tell us anything about the Rachni?
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Okay, well I can just demand that she gives it to me, or I can, you know, acknowledge that she does regret all the things that she's had to do while indoctrinated.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
Oh, okay. I love the way she manages to go from tragic to terrifying in one quick swoop. Okay, well, Singularity, good bet. See if that does anything to her. Does that get her in the air? Possibly. I can't actually see anything. No, that didn't do much to her, although flipping heck, the shotgun gets her strength down quickly. Alright, let's give her a bit of a warp. Just to aid things along, and then she turns out to be actually quite a unintimidating boss, but I think maybe that's the point. She does have a few more allies for us to take care of, though. I can't see any of them. Oh, there we go. We've got some commandos over there. Okay, well, heal everybody up quickly. It would be really, really, really inconvenient to die now. Are we focusing on this one over here? Okay, well, tell you what, guys. We'll focus on this one over here, then. And we'll put her on the ceiling a little bit. And, oh, blimey, she flew and then died. Marvellous. One more left over there. If Liara puts a bit of a singularity on her, we should be able to get her up and about. And that was the last one.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
I feel like I want to be tactful here. I don't want to be horrible to Benezia. I mean, she's obviously hurting.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Okay. Bye, Benezia. Oh, it's kind of horrible. It's such a tragic last line to give her as well, with the no light thing, sort of implying that she didn't get to see whatever the Asari afterlife that she was expecting. And this is the Rachni Queen. And I believe something creepy is about to happen. Yeah, there we go.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Yeah, okay, so that's the Rachni Queen talking through a dead Asari, which is fine. At least she's not talking through Benezia's corpse. That would have been worse, I feel like. But yeah, let's see if we can figure out what's going on.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
I didn't come here to talk to bugs.
The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
Okay, yes, she wants us to kill her children being the ones who have been attacking us.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
Yup, that's a very good analogy, Liara, and I believe Phoenix will happily kill the Rachni.
I'm more than willing to wipe them out.
Such discordance bodes ill for what we must compose here. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Okay. Well, now here comes the tough choice, because this would be the point where I would normally let her go and, you know, trust that she's not gonna birth a whole load of children who are gonna try and, you know, kill everybody again. Let's just ask her what she plans to do.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Yes, this rather suggests that the entire war was just some kind of terrible misunderstanding, and that the Rachni didn't really understand what was going on, or that they were killing people, or maybe even that, you know, what was happening involved other sentient races. It was all just sort of, you know, they were so different from everybody. It was a terrible breakdown in communication, which led to them being more or less wiped out.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
Okay, yes, like I say, this is the point where a Paragon Shepherd, or at least my Paragon Shepherds, would listen to that and think, you know what, she seems harmless enough, we're going to trust her, we're going to let her go, I'm not going to be responsible for wiping out the last of an entire species. However, Phoenix is more pragmatic than that. As far as Phoenix is concerned, you know, she's a lost egg from a race that nearly wiped out every other species in the galaxy in a terrible war. The children that she birthed here went mad and started killing everyone. There's no particular reason to believe that that wouldn't happen again. I mean, even she doesn't know for certain. She's sort of saying that, you know, she'll try to teach her children harmony and all of that, but we don't know that that's how it's all going to work out. So, you know, as far as Phoenix is concerned, the Rachni are already extinct, and this is just some sort of horrific experiment that's gone wrong and kind of needs to be wiped out. So, I'm sorry, Rachni Queen, but I don't think Phoenix can take the risk.
Make your peace with the galaxy. The Rachni are a dead race.
No, stop feeling and think. Even if you disagree with Asari morals, you must see she could be an ally.
Is our kind so frightening? You would seek our silence if you cannot muffle our songs? If you cannot have us as your obedient claws?
Oh God, Liara, why? Why are you breaking my heart like this? Liara's not going to break up with me if I do it, is she? I don't think she is. She might. I don't know. Oh God. No, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
This time, stay dead.
We will not embrace the great silence.
Blimey, alright, that was rougher than I expected. I've never done that before. Well, Liara didn't shout at me too much, but you know. Okay, we're not done yet though. We've still got the Rachni down in the hot labs or wherever it is to go and deal with. Okay, yes, you've dealt with the matriarch, but there's still the issue of the Rachni down in the hot labs, so we need to go and take care of them. Is everybody alright? That was rougher than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. And we're back up at the tram station now. Okay then. Yeah, is everybody okay? Liara, you okay? I feel like you've had a bit of a rough day so far. We're nearly at the end, love. It'll be fine. I am going completely the wrong way. That's the tram. The hot labs are through here, aren't they? Yes. I can't even get back into the barracks area thing now. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened to them. Hopefully they're okay. Now we're going to just have an ominously quiet lift ride as we all contemplate what's just happened. We're fading to black. No particular reason for us fading to black, apparently. We just are. That's a person. Hello, person.
Are you here to secure the situation?
Yes, you could say that.
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
I am certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
Yes, I understand that completely.
I understand that we'll be dead soon. Talk fast.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
Yes, and interestingly, we can now start asking, what, you mean they hatched it? Despite the fact we already know this, but never mind.
They should have destroyed it. Why hatch it?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
And yes, we can take some time out now to get a bit of a Rachni xenobiology lesson if we want to.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
And yeah, I think we can say that the experiment was a failure at this point.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Okay, do you have a plan?
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off. It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Okay. I mean, that kind of sounds good and bad at the same time.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct.
Ooh, blimey, okay. Yep, that is... Oh, that's not pleasant. You know what? I think I had kind of forgotten how many truly harrowing cutscenes there are in Mass Effect 1. There are genuine moments of just horror in this game. Okay, let's deal with this guy. Right, we've got a neutron purge to set off, which will hopefully, you know, exterminate everyone. I mean, even the Rachni Queen wanted us to kill her children, so, you know, oh dear, that's really not pleasant. Hang on a minute. Is that a different face to the guy who was in the cutscene? Let's not question that. Let's not question that at all. Okay, through here, I'm going to drop a quick save because we're about to end up on a time limit. If we open up Mira. Hello, Mira. How I have missed you.
And I'm at your disposal.
Okay, I need the neutron purge thingamabob.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Mumble something. Luckily, I got the code off the dead guy.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Okay, we want to not be here when that thing goes off. We'll all get irradiated. However, there's a lot of Rachni out there. Okay, Liara's just done something that knocked some of them over. I need a singularity like there. Liara's dead. That's not good. Okay, let's quickly get her back and heal, 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 heal. Okay, how long have we got? 1 minute 30. That should be fine. Liara's bioticking people. That's great. We're being poisoned, which isn't so great. Get your barrier up. Don't know if the barrier actually defends against poison, but let's just assume it does. Okay, let's get some of them on the sky. Liara's dead again. Please stop killing Liara. That's most inconsiderate of you. And down he goes. Okay, is Liara going to wake up? Or is Liara not going to wake? Yes, she's going to wake up. Okay, guys, come on, let's run. We've got a minute to go. We're doing fine. There's lots of red triangles on our map, but I think we're assuming they're under the floor or something. Okay, and into the lift. Yay, we made it. And big explosion as we fade to black. Are we going to get a cutscene? No, we're not going to get a cutscene, just a big explosion. Now, he did say something about, like, radiation damage and stuff in the surrounding area. I hope those scientists in there are all right. Maybe they've escaped. Maybe they left while I was busy dealing with Benezia. I'm not sure. Let's hope they're not all horribly irradiated, because I would feel terribly guilty about that, and I've already got enough to feel guilty about today. I mean, I killed Liara's mother, and then I wiped out an entire species, so, you know. Oh, and we've immediately teleported back to the ship. Okay, yes, there's apparently no point in heading for the Mu Relay.
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Shut up, Ashley.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
We're done here. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
I don't know. Do I have the energy to talk to the Council after all of that? Yeah, sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I failed to find it amusing.
Oh, alright.
Save the sermon. I'm just here to follow up on my report.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
Found them and wiped them out. Do you take pleasure from committing genocide, Shepard?
Sometimes, not my problem. It was the only way. No, I don't take pleasure in it.
It was them or me, Counselor. The choice wasn't hard.
The mission must always come first. Just be aware that your actions can have far-reaching consequences.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Oh, I didn't get to cut them off this time. Alright. And I also got 2 Paragon points. I don't know what for, but I got 2 Paragon points. However, I also got a lot of Renegade points from the whole killing the Rachni thing. Yes, we're getting into like dark red now. We've gone from nice light orange to dark red to, yeah, you're seriously becoming a bit of a lunatic, actually. Although, you know, we're not looking bad on the Paragon front either. I mean, we might actually reach halfway by the end of the game. Anyway, so that was Novaria. That was certainly interesting. I think that's possibly the most morally ambiguous Renegade choice that I've had to make so far. I mean, I didn't have to do that. You could happily have played a Renegade and not done that. I think that would have been totally believable. But that's the road I wanted to go down with Phoenix, just because Phoenix, you know, takes the route of we can't risk things just for the sake of idealism. She didn't want to risk letting the Rachni Queen go and starting another war just because, you know, she couldn't wipe out a whole race or anything like that. That is the route I always wanted to go down with her, but Liara being very upset about it almost made me change my mind, and I love that about games like this, that you can go into a situation being totally like, I know what I want to do, and then one person says something to you and suddenly you're like, oh, now I completely doubt myself. Yes, so I almost changed my mind for Liara, but I didn't in the end. I don't know what kind of impact that's going to have. She might be very angry, she might not even mention it, I'm not sure. But I do feel like we need to go and have a little bit of a chat with her at the start of the next episode, just to see where we're at. And then, I don't know what we're going to do next time. There's a Rachni subplot for us to go and take care of in one of the clusters, but there's also the companion missions for Garrus and Rex. I feel like we want to have a bit of a chill time next time. This was quite a heavy one, so maybe we'll try and do something a little bit not as strenuous as Noveria. So yes, next time, not entirely sure, but for now, I'm gonna go and try and smooth things over with Liara. So, you know, wish me luck.